Hello,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm Mario.
How
Oops.
are you?
Hi. Yeah, hi. It's 7 o'clock, right? He said seven.
That's what he said yesterday.
Okay. Let's hope so.
Where are you in the desert?
Yeah.
Is the weather good, no? I saw the photo.
Yeah, it was 75 and sunny.
Yeah,
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, 77 today. It was 77.
oh, that's good.
Yeah. Tomorrow 73, it says.
Uh, what do they know?
Today? I
We
left early
had,
in the morning. How was in LA? Cloudy?
it was, when I got up to get the
Yeah.
car out, the car was completely wet. It rained.
Oh, well, rain last night. Yeah.
Yeah, but the morning was not too cold like it's been the last few weeks.
Yeah, I'm watching a TV show. It takes place in England, and every
Yeah,
scene is gray, 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 gray
yes.
every day. Nuts.
Well, that's the same as when I watch movies from the Scandinavian countries. It's always dark.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, because the sun sets at 3 o'clock in the
Oh,
afternoon, something like that. In the summer, it's a long day, but in the
Yeah,
winter,
winters are short.
mhm.
Oh, hi, Ernie.
Hello,
Hi.
what you called Danny?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kuf Nun Hey, 155. Achi Komer Le Reish Lakish, Rav Yochanan Reish Lakish. Bishmal Didi. It makes sense, according to my opinion, where I held Raya Bikim Ashtar died. Hi, George. We're on
Hi.
Kuf Nun Hey, 145.
155.
155, sorry. That when it says proof, what is proof? According to Rabbi Yochanan, it's certification of the Eidim, not Eidim itself. We need Eidim to come to say that they recognize their signature on the star. That's why Hanu de Mishkachas law did not the lekuchos and nechosim. So we're talking about a case where a shchiv marah sold, and he was a cotton, and the family of the cotton who died wants to claim that he was a cotton, and the sale's not a good, not a good sale. And the buyers say it was a good sale. So that's why the buyers come with Adim to be Makayim the star. And that's the family said, no, let's exhume the body so we can prove that he was a cut. But says Rav Yochanan to Reish Lakish, L'ditcha the Amit is Raya Be'edim, that the proof is actually actual witnesses. The Lukochos don't have Adim. They don't have any proof that they can get to make that claim. They could make a claim regarding the star, but not with Adim. Amr Leis Reish Lakish said, "Modin l'cha ba'ar shel bnei mishpacha t'lav ar." That's when the family tries to conflict with the star that is being held by the Lekuchos. They can't. They don't have a good claim against that because my Kamri. What do they say when they're trying to prevent the purchasers from activating the star? Shekotnaya. They claim because we don't care that you have a star. The star was filled out by a cotton. It doesn't work. But what goes against that is chazaka shein edim chosmel star lam kenasa gadol. Edim wouldn't sign on a star if they saw that the guy who's making the deal is a cotton. Okay. Itmar. Cotton meimasay moiche b'nichtzion. So at what age can a cotton who inherited assets from his father, when can he sell? Rava Amar B'Shem Rav Nachman ben Shmones Rishla, 18 years old. It's not enough to just be a bar mitzvah. It has to be 18. Ravuna bar Chanina Rav Shem Rav Nachman ben Esrim Shah, 20. But Rav didn't say it openly, we deduce it. Mosif Rav Zera. Person sold something inherited and he died. The other relatives, both they want the other family members came and said, no, he can't sell it. Cotton Bishas Misa. He was a cotton. Can we asked Rabbi Akiva if we can exhume him from the grave to check. You can't. It's a nivel ames. The old simonim asum lishtanos lachar misa. Even if he had simonim, they could change after death. Post-mortem changes. I understand, according to one who says that you could sell when you're 18, then it makes sense. The family wanted to exhume him. No, there's a problem with that. Who cares if we check it? If a 20 years old doesn't have pubic hair, if he brings his birth certificate to show he's 20 years old, and that's what defines a psoris. Who are psoris? Like a Klinefelter syndrome, or XXY, or Turner syndrome, X0. These are people born with genetic malformations that they never mature. They don't produce testosterone, and they don't have any secondary sexual characteristics. That's what Chazal called a psoris. So how do you determine when someone's a psoris? He's 20 years old. He hasn't developed any sexual characteristics. He shows he's 20 years old. He's considered now an adult. He's a gadol. Lo cholitz lo miyabim. He can't do chlitz or yibum because he can't have children. But otherwise, he's a gadol. And labit marallah, Amrav Shmuel bar Yitzchak, Amrav Busha Noldabo Simoni Soris. Yeah, but he has to be born that way. It's not just the lack of hair at that age. He has to have all the other simonim. His Adam's apple has to be thin. All the other simonim. And such a person would be a cotton. Now, how long does he remain a cotton? Omer of a deki nami diktoni v'hu ha-soris. That's the definition of the soris. Shmami no, period. If a person was born without secondary sexual characteristics, then how long do we wait until he's a gadol? Tani Reb Chia ad roiv shnosim, until he's 35 years old. That's the most people live till 70. So the majority of 70 is 35 or more. So if he reaches that age, he can be considered a gadol, even if he doesn't have simonim of adulthood. And it doesn't always work that way. If he was thin, we tell him to gain some weight. If he's heavy, we tell him to lose weight. Sometimes they're prevented if you're too thin. Sometimes they're prevented if you're overweight. What if you're within the 18th year, right? Going into the 18th year, or do you have to reach 18 in terms of being able to sell the assets of your father? Is it klifnei zman or kla'achar zman? Is it considered that it's a good sale or not? Rav Amar Rav Nachman toch zman klifnei zman. Within the 18th year, it's you haven't reached the right age yet. Rav Bar Shila Rav Nachman toch zman kla'achar zman. No, within the 18th year, you've already passed the due date. And he didn't say it beferish, he said it, we deduced it. Where do we deduce it? Daud Tochsman, it was somebody within the 18 year. The also Zavin Ichse, he sold assets of his father. Va'asa lekamei, Rava. The case came in front of Rava, that what he did has no halachic validity. Now, man de chazal somebody who was watching this event, they weren't sure. One thought, Sover Mishum Shetoch Zman Klif Neisman. It's because being within the 18th year is considered that he hasn't triggered the due date. But Velohi, Asam Shetusi Yisraesa Chazba. He saw that he was like a little bit of Michigan. He was running around naked in the cemetery. He freed his slaves. Since he saw he wasn't a Bardas, he battled he nullified the Mechira. Sholach legidel bar Menashe l'Rov. Ilamdeinu Rabbeinu. Tinoikes. Bas arboas reshnav yomecha. A girl, 14 years old. Yoidas, and who yoidas betuv masuman. She knows about business. Mao. Can she sell land that she inherited? So sholach le im yodas betuv masuman mecha mecha chumim kar mimkar. It's a good sale. Why did they say the tinoikas, a female? Lishlech le betinik. We should have said a 14-year-old boy. Because ma'isa shayakach, it works with a 14-year-old boy if he knows mekach umemkar. The story was it was a 14-year-old girl. Why not to say 12 in one day once she's a bas mitzvah? So ma'isa shayakach, it could be 12 in one day. That's enough. But the story was a 14-year-old. All of these dinim, we didn't hear it directly from Rava, we deduced it. From where? There was a guy under 20 who sold assets legidel bar Menashe. Because he knew business. Rava wanted to nullify the sale. Armale Kreve. The relative Zil Achol Tamri Vashadi Be Kashisa Be. Go eat dates, throw the pits in the house of Rava. They wanted to convince Rava that this kid is not a bardas. Ovid he did so. Armalu Zvinalu of Zvini. It's not a good sale. Ki kakosvale shtara. When they wrote the psak din, Amrule alakuchos, the people who bought the thing from the cotton, they wanted to prove that he's not a Meshiganet, that he has seichel. Zil emalei l'rava Megillas Esther bezuzah, that to ask a soifer to write a Megillas Esther just cost $1. Shtar demar bezuzah, this star, which is much smaller, also cost $1. So Azul Amrla. So the kid said it to Rava. Amrlu zvini zvini. So Rava changed his mind and said the sale's a good sale. You see, he has das. Amrle kroive. So the relatives who didn't want the sale to go through told Rava lakuchos akbaru. The people who bought the thing from the kid taught him what to say. It's not his own das. Amrlu masber suffer. Yeah. But he understood what they were saying. It's a good advice, and he did it. Keeping him separately, but Sover made a yada. He understands. He knows what's going on. And the fact that he threw the pits of the dates in Maya chutzpah, he said it was just chutzpah, but not because he was a Meshigan and we can't rely on his das. Omer Vuna Breder of Yeshua. Ula edus. Eduso edus. Somebody who hasn't reached the age to sell, but he knows the masomat, and he can give testimony once he's 13 years old. That's if he's giving testimony on a money case that involves movable items. But if it's a land case, he can't testify. How come if he gives testimony on metaltlin, it's a good sale? Children. If a child under 12, under 13, who knows what they're doing, their sale is a good sale, are we going to say that their edus is a good edus, but a cotton is posel edus? It says clearly by edus, two men have to stand. Veleka, someone who's not 13 years old is not considered an ish It's not a matter of a bardas. It's a chronological age. Amra Meimer, matanoso maton. A kid above the age of 13 who gives a matana from the assets of his father, it's a good maton. Amra Vashla Meimer, Ashto Matzvini the Mekabel Zuzi Amrit Lo. We said that if he makes a sale, we say, even though money changed hands, it doesn't work. Dilma Moizel Mazbin. So are we going to allow matana? We think that maybe he's going to cheap. Why don't we allow the mechira? Maybe he's not giving the right price, and he's causing the assets to be depleted. He's not getting any money in return for matana. Certainly, we're not going to allow that. Remember, we said up until the age of 20, the kid above the age of 13, they have to know mekach mekach. We paskin that a kid above the age of 13, his sale and his mechira, everything is a good mechira. Okay. So we said tomorrow will be 8 o'clock.